Kia ora koutou, mai haere mai, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Thank you, Van and Charles Tan. I noticed him come in, and I need to thank him for employing me, because I came here in November, I think it was, of last year, for the interview for the principalship of our college. So Mr. Tan was on the committee, so I need to thank him. I won't keep you long, because as the speakers have said, it is tremendous, it was amazing to see young all boys of Lifestyle College gathered together on a Saturday afternoon in the summertime, when there would be many, many other things that you could have been doing, but you chose to be here. I think it's just an opportunity, because I'm assuming that many of you will wish to know a little bit about the new principal, and so to take this opportunity. A couple here have heard me speak, but also my apologies and my very warm welcome to our more senior Oldwood here today. I'm hoping my accent is clear enough for you, and if I'm talking too fast, please forgive me. But also, please forgive me for not being able to speak in Cantonese. This is the home of Cantonese. I have promised the staff and BTA, I am studying Cantonese, but it is the safety of my room, where I'm a bit shy to practice it in public. But I need to be courageous, as our school song says, with courage and daring. Right. So very, very quickly and very briefly, who am I, first of all, and then what might I bring to this wonderful institution, Lifestyle College. I was born in New Zealand, in a country town on a dairy farm. My parents now own several dairy farms. My brothers and sisters all own farms as well. My parents immigrated from Ireland, so they're Irish. My older brother and sister are Irish born. I'm the third born and the first to be born in New Zealand. And I have two younger brother and sister younger. So three of us are Kiwis, New Zealand born, and two children were Irish born. I went to a lifestyle school in the province where I grew up, from Form 1 to Form 7. I finished my Form 7 in 1979. In those days, the system was the same as it has been for you in Hong Kong, with the 5th form exams and the 7th form exams, the O and A level. But like here, the system is now different. With the NSS here, we have a similar system in Australasia. At the end of 7th form, I went to Auckland University, and my first degree, the undergraduate degree, was a conjoint degree in economic geography for a rural urban planning degree. My intention at that stage was to be a planner in terms of urban and rural design. But I got involved with the brothers and the brothers' work, and at the end of my degree I became a Philistine brother. After that, I have travelled mostly in Pacific and Asia teaching. I taught in New Zealand for 3 years, in Samoa for 1 year, in Vietnam for a couple of years, 6 years in Papua New Guinea, 6 or 7 months in Thailand, and then about 8 years in Australia, and then the last 6 years back in New Zealand. So I was a vice principal in Australia, in Sydney, when I worked there, and the last 6 years principal at Lifestyle College in Māngere, which is a suburb in Auckland, New Zealand. The breeding ground, or the incubator, as they call it back there, for rugby union players and rugby league players. They get to have the sport of the gods. Football is just beginning to take off there. So that's a little bit about my background. What do I bring to you at La Salle College? What can you expect to hear and see from me in the coming year? I suppose one of the things that I can bring, and one of the skills that I've developed and been involved in, that is around some strategic planning. One of the things that I will be involved here at the La Salle College is to ask the question of staff and families and old boys, and through Mark, I'll be hoping to get input from yourselves. And that is what we call 20 futures, or futures education. And the question we need to ask ourselves to keep La Salle College at the forefront and cutting edge in terms of leadership in Hong Kong is, what will schooling be like in 2020? What will Hong Kong, what will the political, civil and commercial world require of graduates in 2020? Because as principal, I need to be able to have a vision of what that will look like, what the expectations will be, and then plan and lead the school community to that point. We can't just wake up at La Salle in December 2019 and be at the forefront of education in 2020. We need to have the smarts and the skills and the steps and the planning to get there by then, so that we are at the forefront, that we are a step ahead of the others. And why? It's around principles and values, and I was talking to Lewis earlier. Part of your conversation this afternoon has been around future employment and value added, and that is, I think, what La Salle in Hong Kong is known for. It's around the values and attitudes and principles that you've learned through the 7 years of schooling at La Salle Secondary or La Salle Primary. The values and principles are embedded in what we know here, in our own language, all of us, as brotherhood, a sense of being brothers to each other. I've been very, very, very impressed in my few weeks here, watching the senior boys and their involvement and their leadership of the junior boys in the college. Last Saturday, the Newcomers' Day, was mind-blowing in terms of watching the senior boys and organise that program. And it's just what you did and have experienced. So just finally, before I close, support for yourself on the theme for today, and that is around value added. The world today, the world that you're engaging, the world that you will step into when you finish your studies, is a global world. And what do you bring that will put you ahead of the next person? And it's the things you know. Hold on and treasure those things you learned as Latvians, because that is what the world's need. In the global world, the value added is around social capital. Future employers globally are looking for someone who can bring about social capital, who can work teams. And team leadership requires what we call the triple bottom line. Someone who, yes, can maximise profits. Someone who, yes, can maximise the brand image. But the third line is someone who can maximise social skills. Because it's with those social skills that you have the innovative edge, that critical, analytical capacity. And as we look at the second largest economy in the world on our doorstep, China, what is the critical edge that you can bring and that you can take into that market or take anywhere in the world with those things you learned here at La Salle? Don't forget them, treasure them,